Thank you so much for staying with us. So I find a few minutes on the program as I have with me the spokesperson of the President of the Federal Republic, Mr. Femi Adesina, who is speaking to us on the plan of the government, perhaps speaking the mind of his boss tonight. A list has been released on the appointments made, 157 of them. He did say is not exhaustive. But let's look into some other issues. The issue of Mr. Mena, a lot of people have not gotten enough on that, perhaps, how the case is going. What can you tell us on that?
It's an unraveling story, and it continues to unravel till we get to the end of the saga. And when we do get to the end of the saga, Nigerians will know that it's been exhaustively dealt with.
Mr. Mena said in one of the interviews that some of the fact that he has will implicate a lot of highly placed people in the society, and that's the reason why he's been witch hunted.
Let him come with the facts. All those things you see flying around, as Mena said, you never know. But if he submits himself, for instance, to prosecution, he can come. He's at liberty to reveal those things.
Is the president embarrassed by the manner in which Mr. Mena got into service and the fact that the head of service in that letter that was leaked did say that she has effectively informed the president about this matter?
That letter you are talking about has not been owned by the head of service.
But has it been owned that it was received by the chief of staff to the president?
Yes, she submitted a memo to the chief of staff. Whether it's the same memo that is flying around now, I don't know. It's the head of service that can tell us that that was my memo. She needs to own it first.
Ms. Adesina, because when we hear some of these issues and this leaked letter, the same thing that happened during the case of the Minister for State for Petroleum, Dr. Ibe Kachiku, and the NNPC, Mikanti Baro, and all of these issues came for. He does point out that there's something fundamentally wrong.
Dr. Kachiku owned that memo. He said it was from him. We are yet to have a clarification that that memo flying around now is truly the one submitted by the head of service to the chief of staff.
Okay, we can tell our viewers that some of the sources that we have are telling us that some banks in Nigeria will be going to court tomorrow morning to sue the federal government over the BVN saga. We're following the case for you right here on Channels Television. I will give you more on that. That some banks in Nigeria will sue the federal government tomorrow morning. Let's get the reaction of Mr. Adesina on that. The BVN matter is another case that the federal government was talking about.
Well, I wish you were talking to the Attorney General. It's his remit. He's the one who can tell you what is the position and what position government will take on that. The Attorney General will make it clear.
Is President Buhari running in 2019?
I have written a piece on what happened at the NEC meeting when an attempt was made to endorse him as sole candidate. He was the one who did like this, which means, please cool it down, cool it down. That is telling us that if the president will run, he's the one who will tell his party and tell the country at the appropriate time.
I mean, now, if you look at the issue, for the man that, it was your friend before he became president,
yes.
For the man that you know,
yes.
Do you think he will run in 2019?
I would say, Mr. President, please, if you are healthy and you feel you're up to it, run. Because I know it will be good for the country. But then the final decision is his own.
Do you think he should run?
If he's up to it, why not? That's what I just said. It's good for the country because what we'll have done in 4 years needs to be built on. But the final decision is his own. If he so decides, he has my support.
As we close now, your last words, Mr. Adesina.
My last word is on the list that we released. Some people are picking holes in it. And I would say the holes they are picking, rather than vitiate the list, is even strengthening it. It's strengthening it. They don't need to cavil, finding fault unnecessarily. Rather, they should see the merit in that list. That the publication that 81 appointments out of 100 were from the north is not true. It's not correct.
Thank you so much, Mr. Femi Adesina. Always a pleasure hosting you on the program. And that's our show for tonight, everyone. Thank you for watching. I'm Sheon Kimbaloye. Good night.
They are the light of the nation. They are the light over of the 5 nation. Million people. Over 5 and over 2 million voters. All eyes are on the ballot. Channels Television will engage the top contenders in a governorship debate like no other. Conversation on the issues that matter. The Anambra Governorship Debate, 12th of November 2017. Live on Channels Television. #Anambra Debate.